I can't hear you. Now I can hear you. Oxidize.
All right. Hope I'm not like breaking schedule or anything. Hi. That seems annoying.
Setting. Oh, default. Well done. No. Wrong one. Here we go. Right, now everyone can hear me in YouTube. Hi, YouTube. Sorry about that. My mistake. Sorry about the screen as well. You can only see half my head. It's been cut off. We'll sort that out now too. When I figure out how to fix this box that Kez put here. Oh, is it Alt? Okay. Whee! Here we go. I can make Kez a bit bigger too now. Alright, so
The joys of streaming.
yeah, the joys of streaming. This is one of the reasons why we don't do it anymore. Yeah, so for those of you who are watching from home and all that stuff, this is the stream that we're doing for the SPCA to raise some funds here for the SPCA in Scotland. And as Kez said, well, I mean, she's the mastermind behind doing all the streams and whatnot. I don't do them, so actually she can explain them better than I can. No,
Have some fun while I sort out my own screen.
no, I don't wanna.
Chat to oxidize.
Oxidize. So, how about you tell
Hi.
us a little bit about yourself, since we don't really know much about you.
Yeah, you see, that's the thing. It's okay. How can I start? Born and bred in South Africa. First things first. Ripe age of 19 years old at the moment. Just
Ooh.
finished school, and
Looking for something to do.
I've been. Yeah. That's basically what it is. I mean, I am currently employed. It's just I'm doing this because it's what I'm passionate about. I enjoy content creation, like influencing people, and just being out there and making a good impact in the world. You know. Me also.
Yeah.
Just, yeah. But
No, I understand. All right.
that,
Sorry?
that's mainly what it is. I'm passionate about this and I really enjoy it. And yeah, there's not much else to know really.
so what do you normally stream though? What are the games you normally stream?
Well, I consider myself a variety streamer. It's normally Apex, Minecraft, and sometimes the occasional like story-based game, but that's kind of rare. So don't get your hopes up.
No, mate. Well, I'm more of a story-based person anyway. But when it comes to the videos for YouTube, Kez and I can't do that. We actually have to play together. So we create a different sort of a story, as it were. We create our own story. Basically, we just roleplay. So it's
I love that style of content. I love it.
yeah. Well, it was thanks to our wonderful editor Josh that gave us the idea to actually start doing things like that as well. You know, where he actually told us how to actually run the story. He thought that he can find the funny parts of the videos and actually make it into, well, as we call it, the 7 days of our lives. So, because you should watch some of those videos to find out what Kez does when she creates stories for the zombies. It's ridiculous.
No, I've been following you guys for a while, actually.
Oh, so you know that
On-
you
on
create
the-
stories for them.
I know, I'm quite a long time fan, actually.
Oh,
The first
nice.
time I think I saw it was like over on Facebook or whatever. So yeah, I'm quite familiar with Kez and Ziff. I'm very familiar with you guys.
Awesome. Well, didn't know that.
Alrighty, so I'm ready. So the whole idea behind Creators for Paws was actually um, it inspired, well, not inspired, it aspired from Creators United.
It
So,
birth from.
man, you know
No,
what I
you
mean.
mean it was born from.
Yeah, it was born from Creators United. So before we moved to Scotland, we did Creators Ball, which we raised money for Animal Allies, and then that went off really well. So the guys from the Nexus said, "Why don't we just do another one?" And we did Creators United, and that we raised money for Abram Creel. And the whole idea behind it is just to get creators together for a weekend. And well, this is a weekend. Back then, it was for 24 hours. To see how much money you can raise for a specific charity. And Nova Creators United kind of died, unfortunately. So I thought, why not do something new, something different? So obviously, Creators for Paws will be for all the animal charities, and then we'll have a different one for people. But the whole idea behind it is to get creators from all over the world to join for a weekend to raise funds for a specific organization. And obviously, the next ones will be for, I don't know, maybe a charity in Dubai or in South Africa or in the States. It's not limited to one country. It's, I want this to be a big thing where everyone gets involved, everyone um basically, so that it runs by itself and it becomes a yearly thing where the creators get together just to have some fun, because we all see each other on streams, we all chat, and we don't really know each other that well, and it's a good way to get to know each other.
Yeah, sorry. So I have to unmute like millions of mics when I'm doing this because I'm not used to this whole setup, and I've got Kez right across from me. So whenever she speaks, it records double over, and I don't want YouTube to scream, when it talks. So, yeah, when we started this, the whole thing was though, we started this. When was it? It was like 4 years ago, 3 years ago, somewhere around there. It was a long time ago, but I mean, the amount of money we raised for Abraham Creel, I think, was the big thing. That was what got us or kept us going, was the fact that we can actually, if we could do it once, we can do it again. So we thought, well, I think Ke suggested it, and I was like, okay, well, let's get some Scottish streamers on as well. I think we got one coming in actually, but who is it? You know the dude who's coming in?
Trying Scotsman.
Yeah, the Trying Scotsman. That's it. But yeah, so yeah, that's going to be interesting. This is going to be a fun one. We're doing everything in pounds now, so it's a little bit different.
Hurt the pockets a little bit more of us, but everybody else a little bit less.
Well, yeah, the whole thing is we don't want to hurt your pockets in any way, and that's definitely not what we're trying to
No.
do. So if there's every cent counts from South Africa, obviously. For the guys in the UK who are watching us, every penny counts. But in South Africa, for every cent counts. It goes towards feeding an animal. It goes towards getting their vaccinations and making sure that they're all taken care of and that their vet fees are paid for if necessary. Because as you know, a lot of the time the vets are volunteering at these kinds of places. So as far as I know, they don't really get paid to do the job that they do. They go in and they do it because they're passionate about helping animals. And for me, that's the biggest thing. I mean, when you tell any person here in Scotland, when we tell them that all of our cats are rescues and we have 9 of them, they're like, firstly they're like, whoa, you got so many cats, and then they're like, but you're so awesome for rescuing them all. Every single one of them, every single Scot that I've spoken to has been, they've said, you're very admirable people for doing that, for looking out for animals and for rescuing them rather than buying them. It's like, it's you when you're raised in South Africa, that's what you do.
That is the truth. Yeah.
There's not much else to say on that one.
Yeah. What made you decide it? Because you're on late entry. What made you decide to be part of Creators for Paws?
Well, it's how can I put this? I want to try and make this interesting, but at the same time tell the truth. So last night at about 9:30, 10, I'm just going through Instagram. I'm like, all right, let me get ready for bed, and I see this post from Creators for Paws, and I'm like, okay, I recognize Theed, I recognize this oak, I recognize Lambie. I'm like, yeah, okay, there's a few names that I know here. So I'm like, I wonder if they're taking submissions. So I reach out in the in the Insta DMs, and one thing led to another. Now here I am.
There's nothing wrong with that.
But yeah, it was mainly because I've tried doing charity stuff before. I was part of the Gamers for Cancer Foundation as well for a while. I did a 24-hour live stream then, but I felt like I wasn't contributing to the group enough at the time because I had such a small following. So I was like, you know what? If this is another shot and I can actually do good this time, then go for it.
I've said it before, and I'll probably say it every single time. Every contribution and every bit that anyone does is great. You don't have to like, for example, raise thousands and thousands of rands and then I don't expect anyone. Your presence there is enough. You're making other people aware that this is actually happening and that we're actually doing something. So even if your presence is there, that's all that's necessary. I mean, we've had charity streams that have literally botched. They didn't do well at all.
That's because we did it in our very first year and we had a very, very small following, and we're like, we're gonna do this and we can do it, and yeah.
let's not talk about our first charity stream. That was rather embarrassing.
My first charity. Rule number 1 of failed charities: don't talk about failed charities.
Exactly.
Well, we managed to raise some money, but it wasn't like the goal that we had in mind because we were way too ambitious. We're like, we're going to raise this much money for you guys in 24 hours, and then we raised not even half of that.
Yeah, I think ambition was the that was the failure. We thought that we could do more than we actually could. So what we did now is like, okay, we're gonna reach for £1,000. it seems logical. We can at least try to get to that level. Being in the UK, people might just help us as well and might just jump on, and we might have a bigger viewership from that point of view. And we've got no companies jumping in to support us this time. It's literally just content creators. That's what it is. It's just us and a bunch of other content creators.
Well, I hope everything does well, and let's see how this all pans out, I suppose, right?
Yeah, definitely. Are you going to be streaming the entire weekend, or are you going to choose particular points that you want to jump in? And I mean, you can literally jump in at any point if you're like on one of these. You can, like if it's a podcast like this, because I think we're probably going to do more than just one.
We're doing one today, then we're doing one tomorrow, and then we're doing one on Sunday.
Yeah, so at any point, yeah, and also obviously we're playing a whole bunch of games. So if you want to jump in on those games as well, I mean, I am playing Minecraft later on this weekend. I think it's tomorrow. I'm playing GTA Online as well. So, but just online. I'm not playing M5. Only because I don't understand that program very well. I know how to get into them, but they've started making the controls all weird and different to actually work with. So it's like I went into one where you're supposed to be a cop and there's robbers and stuff, and I just didn't understand what the hell I was doing. was running around going, "What? Okay, what am I doing? Why am I here?" And
Detriments of RP servers.
yeah, no, that's one of the issues, really. So that was when I was like, okay, now I think I'm going to avoid M5 right now. I'll just play online. Once I figured out how to actually work with M5 properly, I'll play it. But until then, I'm just gonna keep playing.
You mean
the
5M?
5M, whatever. That one. So yeah, it'll just be standard GTA Online. But apparently, I've got a few friends who'll be joining us on that one, so that's good. You want to join in any of those? You're welcome to. Obviously, if I am playing any other games that are multiplayer, I think I might play Battlefield at some point. I'm not very good at it. Just a word of warning, so I will die often. Yeah, I like shooters, but I'm not good at them. I've always said that, and I will stand by it.
That's everybody basically. Unless you're either good or you're not. There's no in between.
Exactly, and I'm one of those that's just not. I go in and I will die more than I win anything. So I'm only on the winning team half the time because I just have other good players. I'm just lucky. Yeah, exactly. So what are your plans for the streaming this weekend coming up?
Right. Well, I was gonna not do like a full continuous thing the whole 3 days because I actually like my sanity in a way.
Of course.
So what's gonna happen is at about 12 p.m. that's GMT +2, so about 11 for you guys. I'm gonna be hopping on for 12 hours until 12 midnight for probably Minecraft, and if I can get the update to be done in time, probably Apex. But mainly, I'll be alternating between Minecraft, Apex, and probably the occasional session of Life is Strange 2, because that's free now. So yeah.
Nice. Why not
So,
just
yeah,
jump on everything?
that's kind of the plan. It's
Sounds good.
constantly going to be like now today Friday it's like 12 midday until 12 midnight. The Saturday 12 until 12 again, and then Sunday I'll do it like 8 until 8. Like 12 hours, 3 sessions. Let's go.
Yeah, I think what are we, 10 hours or 12 hours as well?
Yeah, we've got a busy weekend ahead of us.
Yeah, we're doing like ins and outs the whole time. There's only one where we're actually not doing. We're not going to be doing much at a certain point, and that's today, because we do have to do grocery shopping as well. When you're adult, you have to kind of adult. So
Yeah. You gotta adult.
yeah, you've got to, especially considering the fact that we actually need groceries now. We've run out of like everything, so we need to do our weekly grocery shopping, and we do this weekly. So it's not a monthly thing. We get paid monthly, but we set money aside for weekly purchases, so that we can do our grocery shopping on Friday or Saturday. And today just happens to be the day that we're going to be doing our shopping. Normally we're at work, but our work was nice and gave us the days off.
Well, yeah, that's good. That's good. I mean, everybody's got things to do, and like I hope everything goes well. Good luck and brave the crowds.
Yeah.
Oh, we will. Thank you. And dude, thanks for jumping in and saying hello and introducing yourself.
Also, you can catch all of our streamers. I will put the link in the chat. We have a wonderful tool called Multi-Twitch, so you can watch all of us live at the same time.
Except me.
Yeah, it doesn't
I'm
work
on
for YouTube, so
so you won't be seeing me.
he's the only Nana that won't be on Multi-Twitch, but you'll see everyone
Only
else.
Nana. We've only got one Twitch channel for the SA Geeks, and unfortunately, that's yours. I told you I'm taking YouTube because we have to keep our followership, or we have to keep our viewership there too. So it's best to just focus on both your viewerships, and if we can do it that way, then we do it that way. So yeah, but yeah, you can find us all there, and we can find where can our viewers find you if they want to check you out personally?
Oh, myself. Well, if they want to come and watch, it's twitch.tv/Oxidize. That's OXYDIZE_, because Oxidize was taken.
It's not a problem. If you come up with a new name, why not? I mean, you know what? That's how the best aliases come up or get made. I know, because Ziv Diffie was the most random one I ever made, and it's the best one.
Well, thanks for having me, you guys. I appreciate it.
It's more than a pleasure. Thanks for joining us, and we'll chat to you again later on if you want to jump in.
Yeah, of course. Thanks. Take care, you guys.
Cheers. Enjoy.
Bye.
Bye.
Now I need to fix my screens again.
Yeah, well, at least you're not looking at the screens like I am. Shame. I'm pretty sure these YouTube people are like very disappointed. I looking at the screen going, oh my god, what a mess. Ugh. I'm sorry, guys. You say that, but I doubt it, to be honest. Thanks for the help there, Toast. Oh, no, I don't even have the chats open. You see, there's my problem. I don't even have the chats open on YouTube. How much of a dick am I? Sorry, guys.
People could be talking and talking. He said, I am everywhere.
I am everywhere and nowhere. Wee. That's me being the weirdo I am.
Because he came to bed at 1:30 our time, which is 2:30 FA time. Well, actually, I got up and I said to him, "Wait, it's 2:30." I stood like this by the door.
You know, she strolled in and she went, you know that it's 1:30. So I said, yes, I'm just busy sorting out this thing. I'm just trying to get my ship into space, and then I'm gonna come to bed. I was playing Outer Worlds, just so everyone knows.
But yeah, the idea behind this weekend, like we said, is to raise money for the Scottish SPCA. It is a first attempt to do Creators for Paws. We've done Creators United before and Creators for. No, we're not going to do the podcast all day. We're doing a podcast for the next few minutes. And then I am going to be jumping into Warcraft 3. Thanks to people.
Yay, Evil Toast!
And then Ziff, while I'm playing Warcraft, he's going to be doing Farming Simulator. And then what are we doing after that? After that, we are doing Gang Beats.
I have no idea what gang beats is, guys.
Then I think we're taking our break, and then we'll be back later this afternoon and do maybe some bands with some friends and
What the hell is fast?
Phasmophobia.
We don't have that game.
No, it's not. But yes, we should play it. If you want to play Warcraft with me, let me know. Play. But yeah, this is just like a morning chill to like start the stream.
Yeah. And this is bearing in mind that we're going to also be jumping onto different games at different times and things like that as well. So.
Husky, we don't really do Diablo anymore. We used to play Diablo on PlayStation.
Yeah, but since we got these beast ass PCs, we don't play on the PlayStation very often. I know, I'm not giving Blizzard any money. I'm sorry, but their games are a ripoff. And the fact that they redid Warcraft 3 and then charged an exorbitant amount of money for a shit game. And it wasn't even well designed. I mean, you know, the whole thing was, you look at the game, you look at how they redesigned it, and you're like, oh wow, so you made it 1080p. Well, fucking done. It wasn't impressive. I'm sorry. They ruined it. So I'm not spending money on Diablo 3. I'm not, well, at least not with them. You know, when we got Diablo 3 on PlayStation, I bought it second hand from another shop because I didn't have to get Blizzard money. And I didn't give Blizzard any money. And I stand by that, because I still think that Blizzard was terrible, absolutely terrible. They shouldn't have done that. It's just a boy, poor little fella.
I know what Zip's response will be to you considering buying Diablo 2 remastered.
No! That's like buying Final Fantasy VII remastered. Or at least Final Fantasy VII Part 1 of 3. You're paying full price for a third of a game. That's how I feel about it.
It is a bit of a rip-off to charge for new games and charge a fortune instead of using those creative juices and making a whole new game or a different game or something like that.
Look, I get the remaster thing. I do. I understand the remaster thing. Don't get me wrong. Okay, so if you remaster a game and you make it look better and shit like that, awesome. But definitely don't go try and market it at full price at what you would charge for a brand new design game. Do it like you would if you were doing for charge how much you would if you were charging for, say, an indie game, an indie title. Like instead of charging, okay, I'm going on pounds here. Okay, instead of charging 50 to 60 pounds for, which is full price for a game, instead of charging that much for a game, charge like 20 pounds, because you didn't do as much work. So, and don't pretend that you did. You didn't do as much work, so you don't deserve to get as much money. You literally just made some like colored in and created the graphics better and stuff like that. Look, so I'm not saying that you didn't do the work, but you didn't do as much as you did the first time around. It's like it's like building a program and then charging that for that program, and then updating it and charging full price for that update. I've never heard of that. It used to be that you'd buy you'd buy a game and then you get the expansion, and the expansion was cheaper than the base game because you're getting an add-on to the game. It's an add-on. It's like when you buy any games these days and you buy the add-ons for the games. The add-ons are not as expensive as the game. It should be the same with the graphics enhancement. It's just a graphics enhancement. It shouldn't be full price, in my opinion. But then, that's me.
But also for like Husky was saying, she's a major Diablo fan, but not willing to pay 700 odd for remastered. In South Africa, the price of the games are insanely expensive because, and it's just like, oh, it's a remastered one. Let's just charge it as a brand new game. It should actually be like the price of an indie game, sort of, in my opinion, where it's no more than 500 rand because it's just a redone game, but they don't see it that way.
Also, you look at the things that here in the UK, things for us are a lot more affordable because we earn in pounds firstly. So we actually earn quite a decent salary for the jobs that we do. And look, the jobs that we do are not easy, but the thing is we earn in pounds. So when the PS5, for example, came out, not that we could get one because they all just disappeared as quickly as they came in. Believe me, we were going to buy PlayStation 5 and we were going to buy an Xbox One, but they sold out way too quickly. So what I'm getting at is we can actually get a PS5 and an Xbox One if we literally had to buy a PS5. Say when Kez and I buy our house, we've got more important things, obviously, which is buying a house, which is why we're not buying a PS5 or an Xbox Series X or anything. Kez and I are looking at buying a house, so we're not interested in that. We've got our computers, we've got the PS4. There are still not very many good games on PS5 yet, so there's no point. So we'll stick to our PC games at the moment. I've been playing on the PC a lot more anyway. So for me, that's how it works. We will be getting a PS5 as well, though. But for us, it's like a third of one of our salaries. A third of one of our salaries. That's how much it costs for a PS5 here. It's £500. It's like, it's nothing. It is literally nothing for us. But in South Africa, that is someone's salary.
It would have been more than my salary in South Africa.
Yeah, it's. I mean, you guys really. When I moved China, I looked at the prices of things and I was like, oh my god, everything's so expensive. But I kept converting to rands because just came from South Africa, so your brain works like that. You come to the UK with how much do we have? £140. That's like chump change now. That's our weekly groceries. It's nothing. I mean, it's a lot of money, but it's. I mean, in anyone's terms, it's a lot of money. But it's if you compare it with the salaries that we earn, it's chump change essentially.
I want to get Demon Souls as well. That's also one of the reasons why
Yeah,
I want to
PS5.
get it because it looks so good and it looks so fun to play. That is also one of the reasons when we saw Demon Souls, I'm like, I want that game.
I don't get that because she can't stand Dark Souls. She can't even play
No,
the first one.
no. I'm weird that way.
So basically, Dark Souls is for me because I knew what Dark Souls was. Kiz saw it. She's like, oh, I want to get Dark
It was
Souls.
Darksiders.
Yeah, she thought it was Darksiders, and I was like, are you sure? This is a very hard game. It is considered one of the hardest games in the world. Are you sure you want to get this game? She's like, yeah, I want it. I've always wanted it. I'm like, you have? I don't remember you ever saying that. No, this is remembering that I like Bloodborne, so I like the difficulty of a game. I like to get my ass handed to me. I like to get angry and lose often. So, so when I saw when she did that, I was like, okay, cool. Oh, I'm definitely going to play at some point. So I'm happy to happy to play the game and get the collection. So we've got the entire Dark Souls collection. We've got Bloodborne. So it's only right that we get the other one as well. It's Demon Souls as well. But again, a word of warning: that game is just as difficult as the others. So
I won't know until I try. I also want to get New World. I spoke to Zeph about it, but he's iffy about it because of the reviews. Because
no,
it's
not
in
the
the
reviews.
not the reviews, but the fact that it breaks your PC or some
it's made
PCs,
by Amazon?
and it's made by Amazon. But you know what, Amazon isn't that bad. They brought out good movies, so who knows? Maybe they bring out good games.
Yeah, you know what? You know what they said. You know what they said about people who have their fingers in too many pies. You're bound to get burned. And I'm sorry, I do not trust Amazon to design games. I mean, I already know that we watch shows of theirs, and we buy stuff off of Amazon, but I don't think we need to give Jeff Bezos any more money. He's rich enough as it is. And it's not just that; it's also, you know, I don't trust Amazon. I don't think that the game is going to be good. I think it's going to be people are going to play it and they're going to say, "Oh, it's such a great game," and then they're going to do something and they're going to stuff it up. Every single time I've seen these developers with these big ass, oh, we're doing this, we're so great, we're so awesome. They wind they have to wind their necks in after a while because they realize that, you know, companies like I hate to say it, but EA. Built a reputation around this over many years. Companies like Obsidian have worked hard to build a reputation for themselves. Companies like Deep Silver have worked really hard and failed a lot. Companies like CD Projekt Red failed more often than not to actually bring some sort of quality to the gaming. And yes, CD Projekt Red has fucked up too many times to count. They have. There's no doubt. But I'm not going to sit here and say that I will never play I'll never play Cyberpunk 2077 because the game was broken in the beginning. However, when a game isn't broken in the beginning but is causing more issues for the players that are playing the game, that's where I have a problem. Where they're actually starting to damage things like graphics cards and stuff. And look, maybe it's just the graphics card. I've heard different reports. There's mixed reports about it. One saying it's the graphics cards, that the graphics cards aren't great because it happens to the EVGA cards. Others are saying it just happens to any of the I think it's the 3070s upwards. It absolutely destroys them. And if the game is so powerful that you you can't play it on, sorry about this, I've just got a random frog in my throat. If the game is so powerful that you can't actually play it on a mid-range gaming PC, then you are doing what the guys from Star Citizen did, and you are biting off more than you can chew. And Star Citizen is a good game. I started jumping on it recently. It is unbelievably slow. It lags like you wouldn't believe. You have to play the game with an SSD. It has to be installed on an SSD so that the game can run and load fast enough. It's ridiculously slow when you start up, and then once the game actually loads in properly and the everything's loaded in properly, the game starts to run normally, and it actually is quite a good game. But in the beginning and even now, they've bitten off more than they can chew. They charged way too much for certain things. And that was what was biting people in the ass, is that, you know, They were like, you know what, we spend so much money, we've given you all of this money to make this game, and it's still in alpha, and it's still not finished, and it's been this many years, and the game is still not finished already. And this is the same developer that said that he will not design a game for a console. He's going to make sure that this game will never be able to run on a PS4. Problem is, it was never able to run on a PS4 or any normal PC, which means that gamers with a mid-range PC, not now, but back then, with a mid-range PC, could not play this game because it was too big for their PC. That's logical. You've just cut out 2/3 of your player base because you decided that you're gonna go big fuck you to the console players. Then just don't make the game for the console. A lot of people do that. So again, it's something I don't get. If you don't want console players to play the game, then just don't fucking make the game for the consoles. You don't have to go, I'm going to make the game so strong that you can't play it on a console. Why? What's the point? No one's going to... If it's not on a console, most console players don't really care. You know, that's how I feel about it, though.
So Husky has said, I'm a big MMO gamer, so I gave it a try. I'm actually loving it. But get what you're saying. I'm scared of the changes after the beta. And then, hello, haha, said, hello, you amazing people. How are you?
Good evening. But yeah. Look,
I'm a big MMO player as well.
You fucking lie.
I try. But I looked at the game and I thought it would be pretty cool and pretty fun. I think we'll just wait until after the beta to see what they do and if they make any like massive changes, and if the game still works after the beta, then maybe look. I'll buy it, and if it works and I like it, then Ziff might buy it too.
It's subscription based, no, I won't.
If it's subscription based, then no, I won't do it. But if it's like a one-off thing, then that's fine, because I don't want to have to buy the game and then pay a monthly subscription for it. That no.
Yeah, that's one of the reasons why I never played World of Warcraft. Yeah, I know they made it free to play to a certain level. Then you have to pay for a subscription again. But subscription-based games they're dead. People don't want them. Look at Final Fantasy 15 and look at the mass exodus from Blizzard, and all of the players suddenly jumping over to Final Fantasy 15 online. They're right there. There is a proof that subscription-based games are no longer worth it. People are not looking at subscription-based games. I've always been a Guild Wars fan because of the fact that Guild Wars, the guys at ArenaNet managed to do one thing that Blizzard didn't do. They went, we're going to give you a game. We're going to give you an MMO that you can play for free. No, not for free. That you can play once off. Buy the game. You got the box, you got the disc, you got the code. It's yours now, forever. Forever and ever and ever, the game is yours. You never have to pay for any subscription to start the game, come back in or anything like that. We've got Guild Wars. I've got Guild Wars 1 and Guild Wars 2. How much of a fan I am. I've got both, and I logged into Guild Wars 1 the one time, and my account got locked because they thought that I was hacking. I was like, you assholes, I wanted to play Guild Wars 1. They quickly unlocked it again, but the whole point is, I've had Guild Wars since Guild Wars 1, and Guild Wars 2, they introduced mounts after a while, which took a while, but you know what, you didn't really need the mounts at that time. And once the mounts came in, they've increased the amount of mounts you get, what they can do, and blah, blah, blah. It's quite awesome. But you don't have to pay a subscription. It's once off. You buy the game once, and it's yours. Once. Just once. Then you can buy the expansion once, and it's yours. So you do pay extra for expansions and stuff like you do for any other game. But you can't just keep like playing the game and expect like all these massive updates and all these cool updates and not have to pay at least something for it. We all know that expansions that you have to pay for expansions. It's always been like that with computer games, with PC games. Ever since I played Warcraft 1, there were expansions that cost money, which is fine. So, but the minute you go into the subscription territories, the minute I turn off, I don't do subscriptions. I don't like them. I will not pay for a subscription to something that is just not worth my time. It's just not. It's like what's it? The Star Wars game that EA has. What's it called? The Old Republic or something. Yeah, that one. You can play the game for free, but if you don't buy a subscription, there are things that you don't get in the game, which is just pointless. I'm not paying the same as I would for Netflix or Amazon every single month. Okay, I don't pay for Netflix, but that's beside the point. I wouldn't pay that kind of subscription for something that is not worth my time. It's just not. I pay Amazon because I get to watch movies and I get to watch TV series, and there's a whole bunch of stuff that they have on there. That's why I pay a monthly fee for that, because there's a whole bunch of stuff. I pay my monthly thing for Microsoft because I pay $7.99 so I can play lots of games, not so I can play one game. No, doesn't make sense to me, and I'm rambling here. There's nothing wrong with rambling, though.
You're not rambling, you're talking cock.
Ek praat no kak.
But anyway, we might need to stop in a few minutes just so that we can get ready for the next session. And see how that goes. But yo, we're still waking up.
Kez is still waking up.
I'm still waking up.
Manuel! Oh. Sorry, I'm just loving our cat.
Yeah.
She's so cute.
She is very cute. And Crumbs is sitting above me, just fast asleep. All the cats are still sleeping. They're going, no, it's still too early. It's too early to be awake.
Right
But
now, I would be working. So.
yeah, we would both be working, but we're not because we're raising funds. And look at the pretty. Well, you can't see it on Zip's screen, but on the for the Twitch people, look at the pretty faces and the drawing and design that Evil Toast made. With all our faces, these are the people that you can see,
Sorry,
and
guys,
maybe even more that will play games with us this weekend. Obviously, like I said, we are doing this to raise money for the Scottish SPCA. If you can't donate, please watch. If you can't watch, what? Wait. If you can't participate, please donate. If you can't donate, then please share. And we would love everyone to just watch and raise awareness. And the goal is to make this the next Animal Creators United, so that we can do a animal and a human charity every year, to raise awareness and raise funds for the people and the animals that need it more than we do.
Exactly.
And they don't have to just be in the UK. They can be in South Africa. They can be in the States. They can be in the EU. They can be wherever you want. It's just that I was talking
forward.
I was talking to someone from the Scottish SPCA earlier this year, and they said that they don't get government funding like a lot of the other charities. They solely rely on donations from people like this. And it kind of made me sad. So that's why I thought that we'll do it in aid of the Scottish SPCA. I honestly didn't expect so many people to join. I'm very happy that the amounts of people that have joined have joined. But yeah, it's gonna be an exciting, fun, good weekend.
The goal is £1,000, everyone. Just so you know.
We're £30 in, so we need £970 to go.
We're slowly getting there.
Hey, you know what? Every bit counts.
Yeah, every penny, every cent. As I was saying to, what's his name?
Oxidize.
As I was saying to Oxidize earlier, every cent counts, every penny counts. We don't, and every view counts. Even if people are just raising awareness for it, that's just leave a like on the video, or share it with people so that they can share it with other people, and just raise some awareness that we're actually doing this, that we're actually raising funds. Everything helps. Whatever you do, you're helping one way or the other.
Yep, indeed. Yep, Peru. And this is where the awkward silence is coming.
No, there's not going to be an awkward silence. There's not at all going to be an awkward silence. My chat is empty. No one's talking to me.
I'm sorry.
Don't now go and drop a chat.
It's too early for YouTube.
Yeah. Don't go and drop a chat in there now, Mr. Toast. I will not appreciate it if you do that. I will ignore it if you do that.
No, he won't.
But yeah, so I will be playing Farming Simulator just now. For those of you who want to watch me farm, um, this will be the first time I haven't played Farming Simulator on the PC before. I did start it at one point, and I thought I'd give it a shot and see if it's going to be worth my while. So he does it anyway. I will ignore you, bro. I freaking will ignore you. And just because I said that means I'm not ignoring you. See, I'm such a
But you're
hypocrite.
responding to it, so you're actually not ignoring
I
him.
know, I'm such a hypocrite. Anyway, yeah, so I'm going to be playing Farming Simulator to the detriment of Kez. She despises
It's
the
fine. I'm
games I
gonna be
play.
playing Warcraft.
Yeah, she's playing War Simulator. I'm playing Farming Simulator.
The hell is War Simulator?
Well, Warcraft, it's a simulator game. It's a strategy simulator. Anyway, yes, I'll be playing Farming Simulator. I will be learning how to. I'll try and start this thing and build a whole new farm and see if I can do this on PC. It's different for PlayStation. It's very different from PlayStation. The controls are all different, and you don't get much help. So I'm not going through the tutorial. I'm starting the game without any prior knowledge, and I'm just gonna jump in and see if I can do this. And I'm gonna see if I can actually make a farm work. And also, I'm not going to be doing it with the full controls where you've got like all the different buttons on the tractors. I'm not going to do that. I'm just going to start simple, like the lowest that you can get. Simple tractor, simple plows, simple cultivators, simple seeders, or as they call them here, drillers or drills here in the UK. I don't know if they call them drills in the States as well, but I just call them seeders, to be honest. So, but yeah, I'll be starting with that. And then Kez will be starting, I think she'll be starting brand new, actually, unless she's playing with someone. If she is, then she'll be playing with
Well, I
someone.
might be playing with Toast. If he decides to play. If not, I'll be playing by myself.
It'll be ass handage. We'll see who's better at playing. Well, I won't because I'll be here focusing on my own game. And yeah, I know it's a multiplayer game too, but no one wants to play it with me. I'm kidding. I don't need other people to play Farming Simulator with me. I'm happy to do it alone. There's also Train Simulator. Look at that face. Oh shit, I think a camera froze there. Wait, there we go. Yes, I can play Train Simulator. Or Euro Truck Simulator. Or Goat Simulator. I've got so many simulators. Or Flight Simulator. Or Racing Car Simulator, also known as Forza. Or Forza Horizon, should I say. That's something I'm looking forward to, though. Gran Turismo. Gran Turismo 7's coming out soon. Contrary to what they said, and this is what I find really
You
funny.
realize every time you hit your table and your spoon goes ting 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 ting.
Yes, I know. I've been trying to keep my notes every time I hit the ball. I don't know if anyone actually remembers when Polyphony actually first started their whole Gran Turismo Sport thing. And they're like, oh, Gran Turismo Sport is basically Gran Turismo 7. Then why is Gran Turismo 7 coming out on PS5? Explain that one to me, assholes. I love my Gran Turismos, just so everyone knows. I'm a big Gran Turismo fan. So I can't wait for Gran Turismo 7 to come out. I will more than likely be playing it. I don't know if I'll be playing it live on stream, because then I have to set the PlayStation up. Oh, excuse me. And I'm yawny today. And then I have to set the PlayStation up for streaming, and then I have to, or recording. And recording's easy. Streaming's not so much. And then I have to get a camera for the PS5, and I'm going to anyway, because we need a camera for the VR when the new PSVR 2 comes out, and yeah, there's lots and lots of things. But yeah, I'm just talking shit so that we can work the time out, because well, there's no one else talking.
No,
so-
but also we can go so that we can get ready for the next one, and then everyone will just have to join us in a few minutes.
Yes. So, guys, for those of you who are watching on YouTube, the whole 2 viewers, which is me and Evil Toast. Yeah. So, me, I'll be back in a few minutes. Okay. I'm talking to myself now. I'll be back in a few minutes. Toast, you know I will. So, but anyway, yeah. Lekker. We'll chat to you a little bit later. Enjoy the few minutes of peace without my voice. Bye.